having a little mini tour slash crash course of both of our syllabus and our Canvas page. So, allons-y, let's go. First thing we're going to start with is a joke, actually. So check this one out. What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. The illustration's pretty cool, huh? It's like a Sherlock gator. So let's take a look at our canvas here. And I think you will appreciate our GIF that goes with our class. Have you guys ever heard Chill Hop radio station on YouTube? It has really cool music, and this is the art from it. So she's just chilling, riding, as soon you will be too. The cat's just looking out the window. It's just a sleepy, chill environment. And that's actually us. That welcomes us to our semester. So click it, of course. And, this is the welcome letter, which you should have received in your email. Also, it's in your announcements. But here's the welcome letter in case you want to revisit it. And that just has the info of our logistics for this class. Now, what I want you to do is actually go here to where it says syllabus. That's what we're going to start looking at first. So go ahead and download that. And once you download it, open it, please. All right. So let me put myself more in the corner here. Very good. So welcome to English 101. And this is our CRN number 21877. Here we have my favorite animal welcoming us all, the panda. And it's a baby panda, so that makes it extra cute. So here's my name, my email address. Please always reach out to me. Make it a point to answer as soon as possible. And in fact, something that you will see in the Canvas page, which I'll be adding after this video, is my communication plan. So always reach out to me and I shall always get right back to you. And okay, the other thing is that, if you want to meet with me through Zoom conference, I'm very flexible, and just let me know and we'll set something up. So if this class would have been held in person, it would have been held on Fridays and Saturdays at 10:15 in the morning. But it's an online class. We're holding it all through Canvas. It's going to be asynchronous, but with that original time of Friday, Saturday, 10:15, feel free if you ever want to set up an appointment or anything, or even for any other time. Just let me know whenever you want to set up a Zoom conference. I'd be more than happy to set one up with you. So I'll say that again. Our class will be asynchronous, which means that you will be looking at our Canvas, and I will pre-upload videos and just have all the content ready for you for all the work that you need to do for each module. And just let me know if you ever want to set up a Zoom conference with me. So we said that it's going to be on Canvas. And this first page says, lists some logistical information for how our school defines our class, English 101. The next page is what I like to call the meat and potatoes of it all. Okay, check it out. Welcome to English 101. I'm so happy to have you join our very own learning community of readers and writers. At its core, the thematic premise that undergirds our course is an attention to the human experience. As this is a composition class, the curriculum is scaffolded to link the action of writing as a social enterprise that constitutes an integral part of what we do as people. Moreover, we'll explore varied aspects that contribute to the human experience. This will include things such as culture, language, politics, and relevantly our relationship with science and technology. We'll consider how the work of writing, and more broadly speaking, composition, impel these things forward. Our adventure awaits us. Now, I have very good news concerning the text. Your pocketbooks will be very, very happy. And that is that you do not have to buy anything. You don't have to buy a book for this class. Now, I want to show you what it would look like if like you wanted like a physical copy. It's 50 essays, but I'm actually going to be providing everything through Canvas, so everything will be downloadable, so you don't have to buy it. Now, we actually do have an extra credit opportunity, and if you want to do the extra credit, then you will have to obtain this book, which is called The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, and this is what it looks like. So again, if you want to do the extra credit, then please obtain a copy of that book. Now, in terms of materials, you want to get some highlighters, because anytime you're doing any reading, you want to be an active reader, right? You want to be annotating, you want to be highlighting, writing marginal notes. It's something that you should have in your repertoire anyways. Online access, obviously, should go without saying, as this is an online class. We'll be doing everything through Canvas. I will have... usually I will be publishing each new module by Sunday, and then most things within the module will be due by Sunday unless stated otherwise. So the way I'm going to be doing that is publishing one module per week, and that's going to be correspondent to whatever week of our 16-week semester that is. So because this is week 1, then you will be responsible for module 1, right? So of course you have to have online access. Another one is access to your Canvas account. That's something that you need to get squared away ASAP, because our code class is on Canvas, right? You can contact our tech support from our campus and they'll help you out. Next thing, okay, our online space. Now, when we are online, it's very easy to forget that we are speaking to a real person. It's easy to become a keyboard warrior, but you see, all of your instructors, all of your classmates, we are more than just disembodied avatars. We are people. So I ask that you please show the same respect here on our online space as you would show in the in-class scenario too. And there's something that I am going to really push a lot, and that's netiquette, which is net etiquette. And there is one very central phrase that helps with this. Just let me find that. Here it is. Remember the human. There's a live person behind that screen name, behind that picture that you're seeing. So remember the human, and that goes just as much when you are interacting with me or your other instructors as well as your classmates. Now, it's okay to disagree with a person's idea, but always make that clear. It's the idea you're disagreeing with. Don't attack the person, which goes to the next point. I will not allow any racial slurs or hate speech. It's my prerogative as an instructor to not allow that. This is a safe space. So remember the human, follow proper etiquette, and we will be okay. We are real people, not avatars or just disembodied screen names or usernames. We're real life people, okay? So remember the human. And another one of that, when talking about respect and etiquette, is whenever you are reaching out to me as well as your other instructors, make sure to at the very least run a spell check. I should go without saying, but I'll say it anyway. Now, as this is a writing composition class, of course, there is corresponding reading that goes with our opportunities to write. So, just to keep you on your toes, interspersed throughout our modules, you will find that there will be at times some reading quizzes that pertains to what you read, and that's just to keep you on your toes. What those reading quizzes will be, it's really just comprehension. If you read it, then you'll do well on the quiz. Those are low stakes one, it's not a big deal. Just if you did the reading, then you'll do good. And okay, so the weekly work breakdown, as I explained. So we are in a 16-week semester. Welcome to fall 2021, my friends. And for each single week, you will be responsible for a corresponding module, right? So this is week 1. So you'll be responsible for module 1. Now, to make it easier for you, all you have to remember is this. You will be responsible for the most recently published module. See, as I will be publishing each module one by one so as to not overwhelm us all. And typically I'll be publishing them by Sunday, so be on the lookout for those. And for the most part, the work for any given module will be due by Sunday the next week, okay, unless stated otherwise. And within that module, you might be like, Mr. Godoy, you're tossing around this word module. Well, what is a module? Well, a module is simply, it's a section within Canvas that has our tasks for the week, whether that's worksheets or whether that's a lecture or whatever the case may be. You'll find that within the module. Okay, so we talked about that. Oh, now this is something important to note. You cannot make up an entire module, okay? What you can make up though is because we have one late essay pass, and when I say essay, surprise, surprise, we're going to be doing 4 main essays throughout this semester. My rationale behind that is like at least an essay a month, right? We have 4 months here. But anyway, so you will have one late essay pass, which will permit you to turn in your essay up to 2 days after its deadline. Now, a tip for you, don't just waste it on the first one just because you want to, because you'll find yourself in a situation where the boss gave you more work, or it's busier at home, or you just have a lot more things to do, and you'll do a facepalm and be like, I should have saved that late essay pass. I needed it. So save it. Don't just splurge it and just use it like just because you can. No, save it for the right time. Also, you have a late homework pass. Now, what constitutes homework, Mr. Godoy, you might ask yourself? Well, homework is everything that's not an essay. And another thing that you cannot use your late homework pass is a discussion board. So we will have discussion boards within our modules, and because those have defined parameters, they start at a certain time and they end at a certain time. That means that they happen in real time, okay? So you cannot use the late homework pass on those, because once the discussion board ends, then that conversation has too ended, right? So it's not possible to participate anymore. So, okay, so homework pass, you cannot use it on an actual essay, one of the 4 essays, because you use the essay pass for that, right? The late essay pass. You cannot use it on discussion boards because discussion boards happen in real time, and you cannot use it on rough drafts in the workshops that we're going to have. You see, for each of those 4 essays, we're going to be having peer review workshops, and within that, each of those you're going to have to turn in a rough draft, and it's going to have a deadline to turn that in. And the way that the Canvas system is programmed is that it will only distribute drafts to those of you who submitted a rough draft in on time. I'll be explaining more down the line how we'll be doing the peer review workshops, but just know that that's one of the things that you cannot use your late homework pass on, as a rough draft, okay? So number 1, you can't use the late homework pass on an essay, obviously, because that's what the late essay pass is for. Number 2, you can't use it on a discussion board because the discussion board happens in real time. Once the conversation's over, then it's over. Number 3, you can't use it on a rough draft for a peer review workshop. Beyond that, what counts as a homework assignment? Well, that's maybe an outline, or that's maybe a current event, a write-up assignment, or that's maybe even maybe a handout that we worked on, anything like that, okay? So remember, I'll show you down the line here when we get to this section, is that for the late essay pass, you would have up to 2 days after its deadline to turn it in, and there won't be any points docked. Now, anything beyond that, it's a 10% deduction for every late day. So, for example, let's say you wanted to use your late essay pass and you turned it in 3 days late. Okay, so because it allots you the 2, then I'll have to deduct 10. Or maybe you already used your late essay pass and you want to, something happened, I don't know, life happens hard and fast, there's curveballs all the times, and for the second essay, maybe you turn it in, you send me it 2 days late, so then that's a 20% deduction. So bear that in mind. The point is, do your best to get your work in on time. And I have a very special tip for you, and that is that you need a mission control, whether that's an agenda or what I personally do, which is have a wall calendar. And on that wall calendar, write out the deadline so that you can visualize and look into the future and see what's coming up and work intentionally towards those deadlines. And I recommend that you do that for each of your classes, as it will make your job much, much easier. So get yourself a wall calendar if you don't have one already. We talked about the modules, discussion boards. When we do have discussion boards as part of our modules, you're going to have to write at least a hearty paragraph, which is at least 4 meaty sentences, okay? In addition to that, unless stated otherwise, you'll be responsible for also replying to at least one classmate's post. Why, Mr. Godoy? Why do we need to do that? Well, it's in the word itself, right? Discussion board. A discussion board is something that is not a monologue. It's bilateral. It goes both ways. It's you putting it out there to respond to the actual prompt or task, and then someone responding back to you, because it's a dynamic conversation, right? So you have to also reply to at least one classmate's post to get full credit. And within that reply to your classmate's post, don't just say, yeah, that's cool, or I agree. No, you want to push the conversation forward. Just like when you're hanging out with your friends and somebody is talking about some topic, maybe the Dodger game, and then you push it ahead by saying more about that topic, right? So it's just like that. You want to keep the conversation moving forward. We talked about discussion boards. You can't use that your late homework pass on that, because once the deadline comes in, then the conversation's ended there, right? So stay on your toes for those. Write-ups, I will be explaining with more detail the current event write-ups when our first one comes up. So I'll explain it with a video when the module where this current event write-up will be due. So be on the lookout for that. If you do want a preview, here it is to check out, just to get a little heads up and preview. These are the deadlines. So by the module of October 3 is when you'll see with more detail and explanation of this in a video for that week's module. We talked about it. We will have 4 essays throughout this semester. And because writing is not something that just happens magically, writing is a process, then all of our essays will model that process. Everything from brainstorm and outline to rough draft to peer review workshop to turning in a final draft, so on and so forth. So that's something that you have to remember, is when you're reading something beautiful, you're like, wow, how on earth did this author get this beautifully written piece of text? Well, it's not something that just happened magically. It was a process. It's recursive. Writing is ongoing. So because of that, I'm very intentional to model that throughout our main essays, right? Okay, so the extra credit opportunity is quite simple. Get yourself this book, step 1. Step 2, read the book. Step 3, and obviously as you're reading it, take notes, right? This is going to be an essay, an extra credit essay that you can write for 60 extra credit points. And this essay, if you choose to do it, will be due on our very, very last deadline, which, by the way, is December 11, so wait until the end of the semester. But essentially, all you're going to write is an essay that's going to say what you learned from the book as it pertains to habits and habit formation. And then number 2, you would think of a new habit that you would want to adopt, maybe working out, or maybe think of a harmful habit that you want to get rid of. And for example, I don't know, sleeping late or not getting enough sleep, or just eating junk food, whatever. So either a positive one that you want to adopt or a negative habit that you want to get rid of. And then number 3, how would you use what you learned from this book to help you achieve that objective? So that extra credit essay has a minimum length requirement of at least 3 double-spaced pages, and it's going to be in MLA format, which is something that we're going to cover here in our early modules, so be on the lookout for MLA. And a works cited page. This semester you'll learn to write your own works cited page, and you'll understand the rationale behind it. Another thing, so Just letting you know, when you submit your assignments through Canvas, I've added an automatic Turn-It-In filter. No, you do not have to make a Turn-It-In account. It's already something that is integrated into the Canvas, into our Canvas page. So there's nothing you have to do about it. Just to let you know, this is something that detects similarities. In other words, it looks out for plagiarism. So plagiarism is passing off things that are not your own without properly citing them. And citation practices are a really important part and something that you have to take away from our class here in English 101. And it's something that we are going to look at with great detail. So just letting you know, we teachers have Turn-It-In on our side. Here's another cool thing from our page is that we have our own chat room. Our Canvas page has our own chat room. So what you can do is, before trying your question with me, try the chat room first and see if maybe some of your classmates can chime in and clarify your question. So I'll show you where that chat room is as we look at our Canvas page after finishing our syllabus here. Okay, participation. In other words, just log in, do the work, be engaged, participate with the replies and discussion boards when we have those. Just log in and do your work, and you will be participating and in attendance. So do your work and you'll do good. Tech support. Oh, this is very important, as this is an online class. If you have trouble with your tech, with your device, with your computer, with Canvas, here's the info for our tech support. From what I understand, they're back on campus, so use them. They're there to help. I actually had trouble where I needed to set up an email program, and I went in and they helped me out. They were very helpful. Okay, assignment submissions. Here's a big one. So please make sure to turn in your documents as either .doc, .docx, or .pdf. If you have Google Docs, please be sure to convert it into one of these before turning it in. The reason is because with Google Docs, it's one of those things where if you don't give the recipient permission, then from our end, it's difficult to open. So please be so kind as to always format all your documents in these formats, right? .doc, .docx, or .pdf. Late work, we talked about it. You have one late paper pass, which will allow you to turn in up to 2 days after its original deadline without any point deduction. Late homework pass lets you turn it in up to 1 day after its original date without any point deduction. To use those, just email me and say, hey, Mr. Godot, I will be using my late essay pass for our first essay. And then it's up to you to just send it to me 2 days after the deadline by 11:59 p.m. You'll email me it as an attachment. Same thing goes with the late homework submissions. If you want to use your late homework pass, just let me know, hey, Mr. Godot, I'll be using my late homework pass, and email me up to 1 day after its deadline as an email attachment. Yeah, so won't accept late work beyond that, so make sure to be organized and to get yourself a calendar. All right. Oh, revision, that's a big one. Okay, so we're talking about writing being a process, right? About writing being recursive, writing being ongoing. So because of that, you have an opportunity to revise one of your essays. So let's say on essay 1, you get a B, and you look at the comments, you look at the feedback, and you say, you know what, I think I can certainly bolster these sections that are weak and revamp it. Remember that this is more than just crossing T's and dotting I's. It's not just proofreading, it's revamping and strengthening things where you need to do so. And remember, we have the Writing Center on our side, and me too. Just please let me know if ever you want to set up a Zoom meeting. I'd be more than happy to help, and we can take a look at your work. So for this one, let's say you get your paper graded. So you would have 4 days after to send me your revised submission as an email attachment. Just let me know that you'll revise it, and you just email me as an attachment, and that's that. Plagiarism, we talked about it. Just do your work. It's never worth plagiarizing. Just do your work, and we have Turn-It-In on our side. You'll get 0 points for any plagiarized work, which could result in failure of the course, so it's not worth it. Just do your own work. The Writing Center, there's their info. Also, I provided a link to their website on our page, on our Canvas page. I'll show you where that is. If you need to speak to a counselor, I know this is a hard time for all of us. Here's their info, here's their phone number, here's their location, DSPS. If you need to make any accommodations with them, reach out to them sooner than later, and they can give you the documents that you give to me for your accommodation. So if you need to make those accommodations with DSPS, reach out to them very soon. There's their info. Okay, so in terms of points, here's a little bit on that. So our workshops will have 4, 1 for each of our major essays. Each will be worth 20 points, so for a total of 80, right? And okay, modules, that's where all of our points will be, right? Because every week you're responsible for its corresponding module, right? And that's going to be varied, all sorts of different assignments. Just be sure to do the work for each most recently published module. In this case, module 1, right? All right. Yeah. The reading quizzes, everything will be integrated into our modules, so don't worry about that. There's nothing you have to remember. Just do the work in the module for the week and you'll be good. Current events, that's another one. Here's our major writing projects. Here's their names, their points. We talked about each of those will model the writing process with outlines and brainstorms and rough drafts and peer review workshop. And welcome to college writing, my friends. Okay, Power of Habit. This is the extra credit opportunity from our book, right? It's one of those things where if you don't do it, it won't hurt you. If you do it, it will only help you, right? With your 60 points you wouldn't have gotten anyway. Look at the dog, he's happy. Hey, round of applause, Mr. Godot, you finished the syllabus here. He's happy. And I just want you to understand the logistics in terms of organization of our calendar. So here's the name of our thematic unit and the to-do list, and if I'm assigning or if anything's due at the top, I'll have that reminder at the top. Yeah, that's how that works. So that's how our calendar works. And with that being said, our dog is happy here. Let's give this class dog a name. What do you think he looks like? I think he looks like a Max. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Okay, next up, we're going to look at our Canvas page in greater detail. Now, let me close this. So as I am looking at this, like I mentioned, I'm going to be including that tab there for the communication plan. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, so there's the welcome letter. Here's the syllabus. Here's the info on the Writing Center. And yep, there's their link, so you can check that out. And as it's an English writing class, right, the Writing Center will be a very good friend. Get into the habit of working with them. And that's for everything, even if you're just from every part of the writing process, everything from coming up with ideas or brainstorming or outlining to the rough draft, to the final draft, whatever. They're there to help throughout all of the process, right? Okay, team building activity. This is a cool one. So it's a tough time for all of us. This is a place to share something cool or funny or rad to help with our spirits throughout the semester, right? Let me show you how to do that. This could be a picture or a video. Let me actually show you how to do that. So let's say I want to post a picture of my favorite breed of cat, right? And which happens to be British short hair cat. This is my favorite type of cat. So we'll find a picture. Once you find that picture, let's see. Oh, this one looks cute. So once you find this picture, you can just, actually that one does not look as clear as I would have liked. I like this one with a bow tie, and the quality is far more crispy, right? It's far more crisp. So let's drag him out. As long as you just save the picture, then you'll do good. And as long as you know where it is, in this case, I dragged it out into the desktop. So basically you go here to reply. And one more thing I want to add, this team building activity, it's not for points, it's just something that will be available throughout all of our semester. So anytime you encounter a cool picture or a music video or something you want to share, you know, within reason, no nudity or violence or anything crass, if you are a funny meme, you want to share it, if you want to share that, then you go here, and this will be available throughout the semester. So you just hit reply, and because it's a picture, you have two options. You can either go here to where it says insert image and then upload image, or there's this little icon that is actually a picture, right? Same one. So you go to upload image. So let's say I want to upload my cat. I'll be the first one to upload this cat. And all right, let's upload this guy. So you just go to submit, and I think once that's embedded, I'm going to write a little note here. Please give me a name. Did you know you can make this little emoticon here? Please give me a name. So I think he looks like a, I don't know, maybe whiskers. What do you guys think? Comment it in this activity here. Okay, so that's how you would post a cat. This is our class cat. We looked at our class dog from our syllabus. What, you guys please be so kind, take a look at him, tell me what we want to call him. So this is our class cat. Next thing, I want to show you how to share a video. So first thing we need to do is get what is called an embed code, and I'll show you how to do that. Let's just say we want to go to YouTube, right? Oh, come on. Opening the browser here. Sometimes it's a little slow. There we go. Okay, Firefox. Okay, so let's say we want to go into our browser here. Let's say we want to add Dodgers highlights. Why not? So, oh look, here's a game. Let's say you just want to add the highlights for this. Oh, there we go. Dismiss. Okay, so go here to where it says share. Then you go to embed, because this is the code that you want, right? Embed code. Once you copy that, once you have the embed code, also you just go to reply, and I could be like, check out this cool highlight video from the most recent Dodgers game, which by the way, I don't know if they won or lost on that game, so I'm just literally just posting a video just to show you, but I just want to show you how it works. So it's the same way. Remember how when we uploaded our cat image here, we went to insert and then image? Well, it works the same way. You can go to insert media, right? And you can go to upload media, right? And you can just either drag it in there or find the document itself. Oh, sorry. What am I doing? This is if you have a saved file. My apologies. The way I was doing it was through an embed code, right? My apologies. Okay, go to insert, go to embed, and since you copied the embed code, you go into paste. Once you've pasted it, voila, there's the video. Boom, post it. Now, for this team building activity guys, please feel free to share pictures or videos of your pets, of your dogs, of your cats, of your iguanas, of your snakes, whatever you want to share. You can share it here. So that is our team building activity. It is ongoing throughout our semester, and it's for fun. It's not for points, so enjoy that. Okay, next thing. Remember how I said that every week you're responsible for a corresponding module, right? Here's the module for this week. You'll always see the videos first, which I'm glad you're watching. So as you see, the first activity that we have is our icebreaker, which is a place where you introduce yourselves both to me and to the class. And but before you start with your actual introduction, there's one thing I want you to do that is a part of this. We were talking about etiquette. We were talking about the importance of remembering the human. So what better way is there to really practice good etiquette and to remember the human than to actually upload your profile picture? So that's the first thing I want you to do. In order to do that, you see this little circle here which says account. If you've uploaded your picture already, then you'll see your picture. If not, you'll see it grayed out. So click there where it says account, then you go to profile. After you go to profile, click the picture, and then it allows you to upload it. It's as simple as that. So please, first thing I want you to do, upload your picture to Canvas. Next thing, you're going to introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, your name, if you have a major, something you'd like to share about yourself. Is there anything else that you'd like to share? Something interesting about me? Is there anything else you'd like to share? So I told you about myself. I like languages. I didn't tell you I like music and sports. And also, I recently got into learning to ride the electric unicycle. So that's an interesting thing that I'd like to share about myself. So then it's your turn. Now, when you do that, you can do a myriad of things. Number one, you can type it out, and you can also integrate pictures into that, right? You can either go here where it says attach, or just like I taught you, go to insert, image, upload image. You can share, like, you could be like, hey, this is a picture of me and my pet dog, my golden retriever or something. Okay, so that's if you want to post the picture. If you want to upload a video to accompany your introduction, the same thing, just like we did it. You get the embed code and you go to embed. Unless you have the file saved in your computer, the video, then you go to media and again, upload it, right, as a file. There's a lot of things you could do with Canvas, guys, and I'm glad to be your tour guide. The other thing too is, let me see, if you want to record a video, if you want to record a video of yourself where you introduce yourself, you just go to here where it says record upload media, upload/record media. You go to here to record, and boom, start recording. Hey guys, my name is such and such. Look forward to this new semester. It's cool to meet you all. I'd tell you about myself, blah 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 blah. If you don't want to do a video recording, you just go to here where it says webcam, go to no video, and this will be just audio. So whatever you choose to do, whether typing it out or recording it with video or audio, it's all good. Now remember that in addition to doing this icebreaker where you introduce yourself, you also have to choose at least one classmate's post to reply to and at least 2 mini sentences, right? And that's to get full points. All right. So that's the first thing. The next one is, if you watch this video, then you're ready for the syllabus quiz contract. It is unlimited. There's no time limit. Just do it. And these are actually based on frequently asked questions that I get all the time. So it's so that I won't be getting the same questions over and over. So you just take that. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward if you watch this video, and you also have the syllabus to look at for help there. All right, and another thing, that is all going to be due August 29th. So that's not going to be this Sunday because obviously our semester officially starts on Saturday, but it's going to be the Sunday after, so August 29 by 11:59 p.m. Like I said, most things for the most part will be due Sundays unless stated otherwise. So another part of this week's module is a grammar lesson. I think that's an important place to start because it establishes a strong foundation in terms of logistical things that I see time and time again. So it's just a little tune-up or refresher if you saw this already, and if not, then I hope that it's helpful to you. It's a good place to start here. So I have a corresponding video for a grammar lesson, and these are the documents for those that will be supplemental to that, right? So you'll be looking at those, and I actually explain the assignment that goes with our grammar lesson, and that is this one. As you can see, all this stuff will be due by August 29 by 11:59 p.m. So that is our first module. And okay, this is where you'll see announcements. Make sure to opt in for those. Be checking those, and people should just a list of everybody that's in the class. This is our chat room. Okay, I'll be the first one to type in. I'll be like, yo, what's good? And then we will put a little emoji as well. let's see if we can find my favorite animal, which is actually a panda. Oh, there's the panda. Yo, what's good? So, also, yeah, so that's where our chat room is. Oh, another thing. Click here, new message alert, so that you can know when someone has posted in the chat room or has maybe answered your question, right? Okay, so that's the chat. Grades. Oh, that's a big one. So I always loved it when teachers were very conscientious and made sure to upload all of our grades. That's me. That's something I want to perpetuate. I want to carry on. So I'm always uploading the grades, and so make sure to check your grades. It's never good to be surprised on how you're doing. You should always know. So you can check your grades through there. Beyond that, that is all that you see from your end. Let me show you what it looks like from your end. Yep. So that is it. Oh, another thing. Wellness Central. These are things like, yeah, just like health and wellness. If you need to speak to somebody, or just maybe you've gotten sick or anything like that. There's that. Here's another one. If you go to help, and here's help with Canvas. There's even a chat, a phone number, excuse me, and even COVID-19 Canvas resources. So pretty cool, right? All right, beyond that, that is it for our Canvas page. If you do have any questions about our Canvas page, please let me know and I'll be happy to help. With that being said, welcome aboard, everybody, and yeah, look forward to working with you all this semester. Hang on to your hats as our ride has started. Our new semester has started. It's going to be a great one. See you guys online, and just make sure to do your work for the module. Bye.